Greetings, people. It is I, founder of Don't Crack Nation Media Outlet and Fashion. You are now in tune to f.T.R. Television, episode 235. Yeah. Need you to hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Most importantly, share this content amongst all you people, man. Yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to it today. Because today we're going to, I think I'm going to call this episode This episode is responding to a couple of things that I've been seeing lately. Excuse me. To see that people still don't read is crazy to me in 2026. Nah, people don't really read. Especially fucking black people. Yeah, I'm talking about us. Motherfuckers don't read. Only thing they want to do is they want to see the most prominent from the culture be fucked over. Like all of this dumbass Jay-Z shit going on. Like, come on. Then if you point out the truth of what they're trying to say about Jay-Z, you are a supporter of his supposed actions. Fuck y'all, nigga. Straight up. We're not going for it. Not this time, man. We're not going for what y'all need to do is read carefully. They said that he's in the Epstein files. That man ain't in the Epstein files. There was a federal report put out by an anonymous tip saying some stupid shit that has not been proven facts. So because he doesn't jump out the gate and say blacka, 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 and I'm blacka, blacka, sometimes some fights ain't meant to be fought. How many times do y'all have to be told that? All fights ain't meant to be fought because some of them fights ain't your fight. Let me repeat that again. All fights ain't meant to be fought because it might not even be your fight to begin with. Now, you motherfuckers, like a couple of you bloggers, I'm not going to say no names. But I ain't going to say no names. I used to rock with y'all channels until this shit came out. When this shit came out, I seen how y'all really get down. So y'all willing to push forth fake narratives to get clicks and views, which has become a normal thing in these days and time. People running with the lie, even though it's a lie, or people running with the narrative, even though it's not a good narrative, just to be part of the algorithm. I'm so convinced that I believe that a lot of these dudes will shoot their own mother just to get the views in the story, which is crazy to me. Okay? That man ain't in them files like your president is. Why y'all not talking about the president is deeply in the files? He's so in the files that he dates back 20, 30 years with this nigga hanging with the motherfucking baby blaster. We call those baby blasters in the hood. When you too old to be fucking a young girl, you're a baby blaster. When you hitting something that you shouldn't be hitting, use a baby blaster. Okay? Now, for the rest of these motherfuckers baby blasting, the president was baby blasting. He's directly in the files to where they say that the girl said she was giving him head and bit his dick and he slapped her. That ain't something made up. That's in the files. They put that on in the files. What the fuck are we talking about here? That's in the files. Bill Gates, another motherfucker, in the files. If I'm not mistaken, with him, he gave his wife chlamydia or some shit and then tried to feed her the medication through the food. She came out and said she can't believe this even took place. These are factual stories in those files that y'all are not talking about. I don't get it. Nikki Minaj, out of all people, Nikki Minaj is speaking on some pedophilia shit. You're married to a fucking, you're married to a motherfucker that that's supposed to be a registered sex offender, that he ended up catching a federal case because he didn't register as a sex offender. Then you move to LA and then you get up with Trump in hopes of this nigga not having to register. But you already made a kid with him. You fucking bailed your brother out for the same shit. So your brother's a fucking pedophile and your husband's a fucking pedophile. I'm not making this shit up. This is fucking public information. These are real cases your brother and your motherfucking husband have dealt with. Now, this is the funny thing. Shout out to the homie Zip with the drip. Let's get to that. Shout out to the homie Zip with the drip. Let's get to that. Yo, Zip, I was watching I was watching an episode he put out, I think today, where he was speaking on DJ Akademiks, a nigga that was speaking to a 15-year-old boy about fucking him. Well, this ain't made up. Zip didn't make that up. I ain't making this up. This is shit we seen him do on one of his posts. On one of his videos, we can hear him talking, him and like 4 other grown-ass men talking to a 15-year-old boy. Not only that, you let a girl come to your crib, she get raped by 3 of your homies, and she said you was the 4th one. You claim you was asleep, she said you was dead. How the fuck can either one of these weirdos speak on some shit like that? We ain't never seen Jay-Z do that shit. Name one time you seen him do it. You pull up a picture from 1996 with the nigga wearing Rockaway. Rockaway didn't even exist in 1996. Shit, motherfucking, let's get a little deeper. The only black-owned clothing line at that time in 1996, I would have to say f.T.R. I don't even think Maurice Malone was out at the time. But I know f.T.R. was out. Russell Simmons was the only nigga with a clothing line at that time. Rockaway didn't come into 99, 2000 and blew up 2001. So we know that that was a fucking Photoshop picture. Even for the accusations, what they're saying took place, he partied with these motherfuckers when he wasn't even on yet. Like, these niggas did not have the status that they have now. And because a nigga won't respond to it, y'all automatically think he's guilty. Sometimes you just let the universe deal with that. Because if I know that I'm not guilty of some shit that they saying, then I'm not worried about that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not wasting my energy on that. But when it comes to Nicki Minaj and DJ Akademiks, this is shit that we know. These are facts. The boyfriend, strike that. Your motherfucking husband and your motherfucking brother, Nicki Minaj. Both registered offenders. Both of them. Real talk. If I had brothers with them type of cases or any type of shit like that, they just have to deal with it. Has nothing to do with me. We're not saying it has anything to do with you. We just saying, how can you point the finger at somebody else when you got people directly connected to you guilty of such things that you're accusing someone of? They're guilty of the shit you're accusing these guys for. Now, I'm not saying that you did it, but they're connected to you. That would be the same thing if I had any type of shit like that with any family member or anything for anybody. It ain't directly me, but I'm not going to say fuck that and point the finger at other people who did that shit. It don't work like that. Call the kettle black. This is f.T.R. Television, episode 230 motherfucking 5. We here, we working.